What's up, everybody? This is your girl Alicia. As promised, I'm here to do my video on season 3 predictions of Star. I hope everyone is having an amazing Thursday afternoon. It's bad weather where I am, so if y'all happen to hear some noise, don't mind it. That's just a little bit of rain and some thunder. And y'all know how I do. I'm gonna just get right into it. So I'm going to start with the characters as individuals, and then I'm going to work my way down to the couples, because that's probably what y'all want to hear the most. But I'm going to just try to break it down from the couples, from the individual characters, and then, we'll drift off into the other things. Some people have sent me some questions, so I'm going to try my best to answer some of those as I go along in the video. So I'm going to start with the girls. And I just want to keep in mind that the girls are very, very young, so I don't believe they're going to have them come back with these deep life revelations. However, I believe that we are going to see an increase in the level of maturity from all the girls. And I'm going to start with Star first. Contrary to popular belief, I really believe that Star is going to play the biggest role in getting the group back together again. And this is why I say that. The way that they left the show, it's like all the girls were going on a quest to find themselves, to do what they loved, to do what was important to them at that time. The interesting thing is the only person who was functioning in their dream, was doing what they really loved to do, was Star. And we were able to see that she was having that emotional moment on stage, just coming to the realization that living out your dream and not having your sisters with you, living out your dream and not having those that you know who really support you with you, it doesn't make that dream as enjoyable as it could be if you had the people that started along this journey with you there. And I think that her realizing that just put her in a place of understanding that everything that glitters ain't gold, and every opportunity that you have is not meant for you to take. And just because you have people chanting your name and you have people singing your songs, it means nothing if you're not being fulfilled while you living out your dream. And so I think that by her experiencing that, it just puts her in a different headspace. So I think when the show comes back on, we are going to see her just in a different place. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be like no huge change, but I do believe we're going to see a more mature Star. I do not know if Star, I do believe she's going to struggle with making amends. We know that she did apologize on the season finale, but the news that she dished out is going to take a lot more than just saying, I'm sorry. You're going to really have to take personal accountability and personal responsibility for the lives that you created chaos in, and for the feelings that you hurt along the way. Alex, I believe that we are going to see a more matured Alex as well. I do believe that we're going to see her get to a place that she also takes personal responsibility and accountability for the decisions that she's made in life. She normally gets to that place, but it takes her a long ass time to get there. So I think that we're going to see her just in a better head space as well. I think that we can even expect her to try to rebuild her relationship with her parents. And for me, as a viewer, that's where I see a lot of her issues come from, is because she grew up in a broken family. She grew up with, yes, she had a mom and a dad present, but that it still wasn't a family oriented place that she was in. And I know people who were raised with both parents, and just because you have both parents in the household doesn't mean jack. And we were definitely able to see that with her, living environment. But I do believe we're going to see probably her parents playing more of a role, not a huge role, but just being able, she can call her mom when certain things happen. I think we're going to see that. And I also believe we're actually going to get to the place that we can see her father actually helping her along the way in her music career. I believe we're going to still see Alex writing and producing music, maybe even underground. Because they're still signed to the label. They're just not functioning as a group. Simone, I think that Simone is kind of like in that dangerous place because she's head over heels in love. I think she's going to be the hardest one to get back on the Take 3 wagon, simply because she's in love. And I think it's her first time, other than Carlotta, I think this is her first time experiencing real love, true love. And I believe Simone will do anything to maintain that, whether it's legally or illegally. I think Simone might get into some stuff because she wants to keep her relationship with Angel. I think that along the way, and I think it was even written in some of the previous episodes that, you know, she was doing this for Star, but along the way, this became her dream as well. And I think that that piece of her, that dream of musical success is still going to be there, but I think Star is going to have her work cut out for her in demonstrating or bringing it back to Simone's mind how important it is for her to not only, it's okay to love, but don't put your dreams on hold either. But I think Simone's going to be it's going to be a hard sell getting her back on board. But what I think is going to really bring the girls together, I think Carlotta is going to get into some type of trouble, and she's going to need the girls to put their cattiness, you know, aside, put the past to the side, and really help her do what she needs to do. And this is why I say this. So we know that Carlotta is now the head of Midtown Records. Great position to be in. However, it leaves you open for your past to come back and bite you in the behind. And this is the perfect time. You got a new position. You making hella more money. Why not come back and try to do something? Now, we know that Carlotta has ties with Lucius, so there is no telling what type of illegal activity that Carlotta has done in her past, and who may want to come back to get what's rightfully theirs or get what they believe is owed to them. Now, by saying that, I don't believe we've seen the last of Maurice. I really believe that Maurice is going to attempt to blackmail Carlotta for either his job back or money. And I say that because Carlotta is not aware of the role that Star played in her mother's death. However, Maurice is. And so the news that he has, just, you know, with social media, if he lets this out, if he go to the tabloids, whatever Star's, you know, make-believe TMZ would be, you know, he could do all kind of things with this story to not only get what he wants out of Carlotta, but it can also be damaging for the group and definitely damaging for Star. So I'm interested in seeing how Maurice is still going to play, you know, a role, because when season 3 come back on, I think it's going to be more explosive than season 2. It's definitely not going to be happy-go-lucky. Everything ain't going to be peachy key. You know, it's some stuff going on. The situation with Carlotta and Cassie, I talked to a lot of people, and it's interesting hearing people, you know, who they believe actually shot. For me, I really believe that Andy is the one that shoots, because I don't believe, even though Cassie is cutthroat, and God knows she is, I don't know if she actually has what it takes to shoot her sister. I don't know if she possesses that type of that darkness inside of her. I don't believe so, and I think it's Andy that actually does it. Someone said they think maybe it was Miss Bruce, so it's gonna be interesting to see who actually pulled the trigger. And speaking of Andy, I think Andy, whether he shot or not, he gonna have to go into hiding, because I'm like, either way, even if Cassie is no longer a threat or an issue for you, you still got to deal with the dudes in that chop shop, because they know that he was lying, and they know the money that they put in that bag. They know everything was accounted for, and not only was money missing, our homeboy was killed in the process. So either way, I think Andy gonna have to get the hell out of Dodge. So I'm really not sure how they gonna do his character, but I don't see Andy staying there for long. He gonna have to go and hide or something, because his life, Andy's life, just in danger. Whether he turn left, right, go up or down, it's a possibility he gonna get a cap in his behind, because he just too far out there to just live a peaceful life for season 3. That's how I see it. Jackson. Now, in real life, the guy that plays Jackson, was involved in a really bad accident. So I don't know how they're gonna do his character, but I think I just saw, like, on Twitter maybe a month ago or something, I think he just started taking steps. So I'm not even sure if they're gonna bring his character back, or how they're gonna write that into the script. I would love to see him back. I would love to see the type of music that he comes up with on the show, you know, because he's a producer or whatnot. So I would love to see that, but that's kind of a hard thing for me to predict, because I know what's going on behind the scenes with that person. So I don't know how they're gonna do Jackson. Somebody asked me about Brody, and I haven't really been thinking about Brody. Now, this is probably gonna be the most far-fetched prediction that I have on this video. For some strange reason, I believe that Brody is alive, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I think if this was like a random person, I would have believed that there was no more need for Brody. You know, he would be long gone. But it was just the way that they left that on a cliffhanger. Like, number one, after that tub scene, we don't know what happened. And then it was like an emotional scene that him and Star had, and that was just it. Like, there was no closure, there was no nothing. And it was like she poured her heart out on this on this voicemail. She did get a chance to talk to him, but it was like, what happened after that? Like, it's hard for me to believe they're just gonna leave that like that. So I don't believe, somehow, it's TV. He escaped death is what I'm thinking. So I really want to see how they bring all of that together, because that's going to be a very, very interesting setup and how they do it. And honestly, when it comes to the character of Star, I'm really rooting for her to have a relationship with her father. I think she deserves it. I think it would help her with some of the issues that she has with men, trusting men, seeking out men, all these kind of things. So I really, really hope that they do include that into the storyline, because number one, I think it's needed. Number two, it's something that so many women experience, not having a father presence in the household. And you have all these issues when it comes to us and trusting men and stuff like that. So I really would love to see Lee Daniels and the writers work that into the script. Now, the couples. All right. It's been so much talk and so many things going on with that. Oh, I forgot Noah. Of course, I can't forget about him. So with Noah, I think that Noah is going to get into rehab, and especially with Carlotta being the head of the record label, she can shut down his entire setup. Now, I know she can't shut down the tour because he already signed the contract. You can't back out of that. But when it comes to you doing more music, I can stop. You ain't working with no producers. You ain't, baby, you basically on lockdown until you get help. I do believe it's going to be a battle for him to do that. However, I think he's going to do it, and I believe that he's going to slowly rebuild his relationship. I do believe that we're going to see more of a backstory on Noah, more than we already know, and I think we're actually probably are even going to be introduced to his parents. Like, I think that it's needed to see this man who has issue with alcohol, and now he's able to face his personal demons. So I really would like to see them do that. I know there has to be a balance, in the show. You got to have drama, you got to have all of this craziness, but also I really would love to see them deal with some issues hard on. That's something, because we really don't see that with the TV show as a whole. I really would love to see them start incorporating more of a healing process, of what you really got to do when you're trying to mend a relationship, when you are dealing with personal accountability, because personal accountability don't always feel good, but it is for our good. So I just would love to see them incorporate that with Noah. And since I'm talking about Noah, I guess I'll start with Noah. A lot of people, of course, still want Noah and Star together. I don't see that happening. I just don't. I really do see Alex and Noah working out their relationship when he gets better. Like I said, it's going to be a slow build is what I see, a slow build, both of them dealing with, their issues. And the reason why I say Alex and Noah is because when it comes to Alex's relationship with Derek, that was different, because Alex had already been emotionally distant in the relationship. She had already clocked out of the relationship. So when it was time for her when Derek officially ended things, of course it was hurtful because that's who she loved, but emotionally it was like it had been over. And I believe with Noah, their so-called breakup scene, it wasn't because she was checked out. She was very much still emotionally available in that relationship. It was just that, based on what you're showing me and what you're doing, I don't want to be a part of this. And there's a difference in that type of separating yourself. Ending things because I'm no longer emotionally invested, and walking away from something because I see that you're going down a detrimental path that I don't want to follow you on. So I really believe that we're going to see that relationship, even if it start back off as friendship, but really working that whole thing out. With Star, I don't know who they're going to have her with. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they may bring in another love interest or what have you. Honestly, the whole cast just need to be single, but it's a show, so we know that's not going to happen. So I don't know who she going to deal with. Simone, I don't really know about the future of Angel and Simone. I think that we all, for the most part, want them to stay together, but I don't believe Angel is as squeaky clean as he appears. Now, I love Angel, so y'all don't come for me for that. I love Angel. However, he is Hael's nephew. We already know it's not biologically. However, this is who he's known his whole life to be, his uncle. And based on that episode I saw where he went back to Puerto Rico, wherever he went to go visit his brother ain't on the up and up either. So I don't really know what all issues or what all situations Angel has been involved in, but I just don't believe he's as squeaky as we think he is. So I think there's going to be, because they have to have conflict. You have to have a conflict in a relationship, and I believe that for Angel and Simone, it's going to be more than just them dealing with the deportation situation. It's going to be something deeper than that. I don't know what that deeper thing would be. However, that's the only thing I can really think of. Like, maybe there is some issues that he has that just hasn't not been presented to us yet. So I can definitely see that happening. With Carlotta, I don't see a love interest for her just yet. I don't know. With Cotton, I don't know with Cotton. I think that I think we're probably gonna see them focusing more on Cotton's relationship with her son rather than a love interest, because that in itself is gonna be such a heartstring puller. The fact that this baby almost died, the fact that her father was able to save his grandson before he left. However, I still don't trust Cotton baby mama. Like, it's something about that character that just don't sit well with me. I don't trust her all the way. I still think somehow just the way she appeared, I ain't vibing with her. I'm just not. I'm not vibing with that chick. I'm sorry. I really tried, but it ain't popping up. I don't trust her. Even with Omari, I don't believe we've seen the last Omari. I think he lurking around somewhere, and I'm sure he's gonna probably make a pop-up appearance in season 3. In what way, I don't know. And now that Cotton has a son, he could possibly take this boy, hold him hostage for money, hold him hostage for, hey, until you decide you're gonna be with me, I'm gonna have a little dude, however they decide to work that. But I can possibly, because he's that ruthless and he's that heartless, that I can see him kidnapping a child and not giving 2 cares about it. So I can definitely see him kind of like coming in the picture, in that way. Miss Bruce, they normally have Miss Bruce around for like comedic moments, or she's like the comedic relief, but I would actually love to see Miss Bruce have more serious roles. Like, what does Miss Bruce actually deal with? How is Miss Bruce home life? Because we normally only see her when she comes to the shop. So I really hope that they I can see them going in that direction, that Miss Bruce is going to be more of a fixture. And now, especially since Carlotta is head of the record label, I can see Miss Bruce actually taking on more responsibilities for the shop. So I'm really interested in seeing that. And now with this different kind of money coming in, I'm expecting Carlotta to have like a real salon, no more in your house bit, but a real salon. I mean, she had a real salon, but y'all know what I'm saying, a location actually that's not in your house. So I'm actually excited to see how that is going to happen, you know what I'm saying, all together. I'm even excited about different sets, because now Star's on tour, Star's making money, whatever. I don't know what Alex got money. I don't know what Simone is doing for her money, but just to see them like move out, I really want to see them like come into their own as young women, learning to live on their own, learning to deal with their internal conflicts, together as a family. So I really am I'm excited to see that. As far as Star and Noah, I do believe as Noah go through his rehab situations, I just believe that even him and Star, I do believe that's one of the relationships that he's going to have to deal with. Because if we be honest about it, after episode 7, when Alex and Noah kissed for the first time, after that, Star really became a non-issue. Like, she was like a non-factor anymore. It was almost as if Star who? Like, that's how it really was. And so, and honestly, even though a lot of us didn't like the fact that they always had Star there when he was in these moments where, we believe that his girl should have been there with him, it was still a friendship. And I believe that that's still something that, Noah has to take accountability for. And so, I'm believing that, that is going to happen. And so I'm just excited to see how all of that stuff, really, really works out. So,